On my right, the WBO World Champion in the blue corner, wearing white trunks with green trim, hailing from and representing Ponce, Puerto Rico. He weighed in at 105 pounds even, with an outstanding record of 25 wins, only one defeat. He has 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he is making the 7th title defense. Here is the WBO mini flyweight champion of the world, Alex El Nene Sanchez. And his opponent across the ring, the WBC World Champion on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with green and red trim, hailing from Mexico City, Tacubaya, Distrito Federal, Mexico. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 105 pounds even. Tonight, he is making the unprecedented 20th defense of his title with a record of 45 wins, no losses, 34 big wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome boxing's longest reigning world champion, the undefeated WBC strawweight champion of the world, introducing Ricardo Finito Lopez. And once again, our referee Arthur Mercanti now to give instructions.
Good evening, gentlemen. We went over the rules by both organizations earlier. I expect you to obey these rules. Let's have a nice, clean fight. Pucks, gloves. Good luck to the both of you.
Arthur Mercanti Jr., that one of the great names in boxing. He and his dad referees. Ricardo Lopez in world title bouts, 20-0 with 16 KOs, 8 of his last 9 wins by knockout. Alex Sanchez, a stablemate of tonight's headliner, Felix Trinidad in the white with the green trim. And guess what? Lopez in the white with the green trim. But it says Nene on the front of Sanchez.
Well, you can tell the difference between the two fighters is the one with the jab is Lopez.
That says Ricardo on the front of Lopez, always has his hands up. I think you made a strong point of that. So disciplined.
You know, he really is. Hands are always up, feet are always ready to move, bend, shift. His reflexes are excellent. He just threw a nice straight right hand down the middle. And Nene Sanchez is going to have to get in the middle. He's going to have to come to the power of Ricardo Lopez, and that has to be a nightmare.
Right now, he hasn't figured out how to block the jab real good. He's getting it in. Ricardo's getting it in with his usual efficiency. And that usually means bad news because something's coming right behind it.
Lopez, who epitomizes the term sweet science. True craftsman, tremendous combination puncher. Does have one punch power, although he doesn't fashion himself in that vein. Excellent defensive fighter, beautiful stance, brilliant ring technician. Systematic, consistent, surgical-like. Meanwhile, Alex Sanchez, tough, straight-ahead fighter. Not bad fundamentally, pretty good jab, an action fighter. His best weapon is the left hook.
Right now, he's making a profession out of eating leather because he's not throwing much. And Ricardo's doing just about anything he wants to.
Sanchez, he's the shorter of the fighter. He's got less in height, less in reach. He has to get on the inside and neutralize Ricardo Lopez's leverage, because here's a guy who's perfect at everything inside and out. Certainly from the outside, Sanchez has no chance.
Lopez, a master of the uppercut, is about 4 inches taller than Sanchez. And he has a reach advantage of 4 inches.
Well, one of the things,
pounding shots off the head by Lopez.
As we're amazed by his variety of assault weapons, you got to look at his defense. Stop a minute and watch when the other guy throws a punch. This guy, I mean, he knows how not to be there. I mean, he is so beautiful in defense.
He's so elusive. We've likened it to a basketball situation where he just does it at both ends.
You know, when we joke with him about being one of the best, if not the best pound for pound, he says, oh no, Roy Jones, De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad, he doesn't give himself any credit.
Well, he's so modest, isn't he?
He knows he's good, but he doesn't think he is the best. And I think that's so refreshing in this age of blowhards.
Nice right hook there by Ricardo Lopez, getting the crowd going. Final seconds of the opening round, scheduled for 12 for the unification WBC WBO 105-pound title. That's a mouthful.
A nice right hand by Sanchez, his best punch of the round.
And good defense here by Sanchez, ducking under those shots by Lopez.
Wow, what a boxing clinic.
Cuando tires la derecha, él levanta las dos manos así y deja toda esta parte descubierta, procura que la derecha y en vez de rematar con gancho, regancho al hígado.
He's saying when he throws the right hand, his hands are very high. He's leaving his liver and his midsection exposed. When he comes in with that right hand, his hands are up. Go right to the liver. Go right with your hardest shot to the liver. And of course, he does what his corner tells him pretty well.
Cualquier cosa lo que no se nos vaya a ir adelante en ningún momento. La pelea está ahí.
He said, stand in front of him at all times. Don't run away from this guy.
Well, that's what the fans want to see. Look at the hands up again by Ricardo Lopez.
That guy must sleep with his hands up. He gets up from the chair with his hands up, even if he's got 20 seconds to go before the bell. Gosh, that guy is trained himself to be a fine defensive fighter.
Well, round one was fought mostly at a respectful distance. We'll see what happens here in round number two. Lopez, when asked yesterday what does unification mean to him, he said it's just another fight. When asked if winning all the belts would be special, he said no. When asked what would be a special win for him, he said they're all special. This guy has a future in politics.
Yeah, but I don't believe he's sitting on the fence. I believe he's actually earnest. So maybe politics would not be good for him.
Well, he's very good point. He's very modest, very humble. As you mentioned, he thinks Jones, De La Hoya, and Trinidad are better than him.
I would say better or as good.
Oh, there he goes. Straight right hand, and down goes Sanchez.
Come on.
Alex Sanchez down for the first time in his career.
6, 7, 8.
He'll get up at 8.
He took the 8 count on his knee. He doesn't seem to be really hurt, but that right hand was sweet.
And he looks to finish it here in the second round. 55 seconds and a long way to go for Sanchez in round two.
Look at how he puts that uppercut in there.
Combination by Lopez to the head of Sanchez. Surgical like.
Everything though, beautiful. Uppercut down the middle, right hand over the top, followed by jab. There again, the uppercut, a little sloppier that time. But he does so much so well, and he can get away with almost anything. It's scary.
Continues to get through the gloves.
I wish he weighed the same as Prince Nazim Ahmed.
Oh.
The Prince is 126 featherweight champion, and Lopez 105.
The thing that's good about him, he doesn't go crazy. He had the guy down. He just goes right back to boxing. He knows it'll come. He has
does exactly what got him there.
Such patience.
What we talked about in some of the inside the ropes, his balance is always perfect. His hands are always in the right position. His body's ready to move. His feet well under him. He does everything so well.
It was a straight right hand that put Sanchez down for the first time ever. Look at this exchange. Toe-to-toe. Wild swing and a miss with a left hook by Sanchez. He's eating a lot of punches, though, Sanchez.
Sanchez landed a couple of good shots, but the effects are almost none.
Another left by Lopez. Straight left hand. Has power in both hands. And he knows how to finish.
Sanchez landed a nice right hand there.
Wrestling tactics by Sanchez.
Lopez's counter not too effective, and they got a little tied up.
I think there's more frustration on that in this sport.
Get great defense by Ricardo Lopez. Big round for the champion, Ricardo Lopez, the WBC champion.
Respira hondo por la nariz, bota por la boca. Respira hondo por la nariz, bota por la boca. Hondo por la nariz, bota por la boca. Hondo por la nariz, bota por la boca. Nene, está peleando muy a
All
media
right, we're going to have the luxury of 3 looks at this knockdown, and keep your eye on the right hand. There you go. It's just a picture perfect. He was turning him and landed a right hand flush. Bobby, take a look at it from the other angle.
Yeah, we got a little more of a close-up of it. You'll see Lopez again, his hands always in position, throws a nice right hand, and there he is right back. Right back, keeps his hands up, timing's perfect. Caught Nene a little off balance. Beautiful shot.
Bobby, the thing is, he keeps his eyes open all the time. I mean, he's like, he knows where everything is. The shot was open, he landed it right there. I mean, the man is a perfect fighter.
Half of Lopez's 34 knockouts are in 3 rounds or less. As we enter round 3, Lopez asserting himself, knocking the other champ down at the 55-second mark of round 2. A stumble, off balance Sanchez.
There was some bad intention on that left hook.
Indeed. Did not land squarely. Fortunately for Sanchez, the WBO mini flyweight champion.
See, Sanchez cannot stay outside at this range and beat Lopez. He can't do it. Lopez, look at how he punches. Look at the leverage he gets from the outside. Sanchez has to smother those punches, walk to him, hands up, fire on the inside, and rip him up.
Sanchez has never been in there with anybody like this.
Those uppercuts, I mean, it don't seem like they're going to do any damage. You keep seeing them knock out people with those uppercuts.
Nice combination by both men.
Lopez 45-0, 20-0 in world title bouts, his 20th title defense. Staggering numbers. Undefeated as well as an amateur in 40 fights. 85-0 all told.
You know, right now, Sanchez, too, is about the best there is at this weight for Ricardo Lopez to face, and it's not even a question as to who's the better fighter right now.
The other champions are far from household names. It's even hard to pronounce their names. Rosendo Alvarez of Nicaragua, but here's the tough one. Ratan Salvora Finn from Thailand. He is the IBF champ, Alvarez the WBO.
Well, I got to give him any credit. At least he's been hurt in both rounds, and he still is standing in front of him, still bringing the fight.
Oh, he came to fight for it. There was no question in my mind that he would. He came to fight. He's here to win this fight. Can he do it? That's another question.
Pretty good counter there, straight left by Sanchez. That backed Lopez up momentarily. Look out.
No pulling down.
Sanchez being cautioned, being warned about pulling Lopez down. Lopez answers back with a left uppercut to the midsection.
Well, that one started from way back there. That was a long uppercut. Seemed like you could counter that.
South of the border by the Mexican. Under 30 seconds in round 3.
Lopez just takes his time when he wants, boxes when he wants. The guy caught with a nice left hook right hand. Then another right hand.
Alex Sanchez having his best time now. He says, come on back, come on in. Urging Lopez in.
Knock it off!
Final seconds of round 3. Big finish by Sanchez. Let's get it over to Jim Gray with Jose Torres. Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Steve, the former light heavyweight champion of the world back in the 1960s. Right now, you're watching Sanchez. He's from your hometown in Puerto Rico. You've been screaming some instructions. You're kind of nervous for him, aren't you?
I'm very nervous because I get involved with these little kids from my hometown who are trying to do their best. And this includes the rivalry between the Mexicans and the Puerto Ricans.
Now you're a little bit fearful, however, in this instance, that Lopez is a little bit better of a fighter.
Lopez is such a great fighter with such a great record that scares anyone. And I'm one of those who are very nervous because I know the talent of this Mexican fighter.
You remember your fight here back in '67? It ended in a riot.
I remember, the thing that I remember the most is that the announcer always used to finish his broadcasting by saying, this is Don Dunphy from Madison Square Garden. Now he says, this is Don Dunphy from under the ring at Madison Square Garden.
Let's hope Steve Albert isn't under the ring. Steve?
Thanks very much, Jim. I echo those thoughts. Don Dunphy, one of my idols. In fact, his son Bob is our director in the control truck as we speak. Here's the online scoring. Lopez leading 2 rounds to 1.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm assuming they automatically gave the 3rd round to Sanchez. He had a couple of good combinations. I don't feel it was enough to win the round.
I don't either. I've got him winning all 3 rounds.
Oh, look at these. Double up with the left by Ricardo Lopez. Another whipping left hook combination to the head straight through. And Sanchez shakes it off. He shrugs it off, but that usually means he's hurt.
That was so beautiful. He throws a double left hook, steps back, hesitates, slips a punch, a third left hook, then a left hook right hand.
Oh, man, what is that?
Knock it off.
How about Arthur Mercante almost echoing exactly what you just said?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, that's disgusting. These are two champions. You don't need that.
Well, Sanchez showed his championship medal in round 3. We're into round 4, halfway through. But then Lopez coming right back.
Again.
Oh, he hit him when he was on his way down. He's taking a point away from Sanchez.
1 point now. Clean to clean. 1 point deduction.
Dirty tactics.
1 point. 1 point. 1 point.
And that goes for the crowd, too. 1 point for
Keep it
them.
clean now.
He's giving everybody a point. Anybody who looks sideways at Mercante's a tough family.
Arthur Mercante Sr.
Wonderful man. Wonderful man.
Former broadcast partner of mine and refereed so many great championships.
Neither senior or junior will take anything in there. They're the boss.
Indeed. The illustrious Arthur Mercante Sr. And Junior doing a great job as well. Under a minute. Round 4. Low blow.
Oh, that wasn't low, gentlemen. You watch it.
Oh, a left hook by Ricardo Lopez as he answers back. Ricardo Lopez now going to the uppercut all over the place. A barrage, lefts and rights. And, Sanchez goes down. He tries to pull Lopez down with him. It's not a knockdown.
It's going, no knockdown, but it was. You could see
It was a knockdown.
He was.
It was. Look at him.
Look at Sanchez resting on one knee, and Mercante's going, what are you doing?
He was still hurt, fellas.
Yeah.
I think that was clear evidence. He was trying to take an 8 count.
It wasn't
Cleared
really a
his head.
knockdown, but it was.
It was a knockdown.
Final 10 seconds. Sanchez just looking to survive here now. Lopez kind of letting him off the hook. And now, a pummeling right uppercut to the body. At the bell. Sanchez makes it through as he stumbles to his corner.
Nene's in trouble.
I don't understand why the referee didn't give him an 8 count. He went down on his knees like...
I already took 1 away. Tell him. I don't like to take points away. Tell him to keep it clean, okay?
All right, let's take a look at the foul. It was evident. Look. Not only does he push him down by the head, but then he hits him while he's down. That is a foul.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
That's not. Now,
Here's where he gets hurt. He's got him teed up pretty good. He hits him with a nice right hand there, and the hook on the temple. You see him stagger back. Now what happens here is Lopez starts to clean up on him, and as he leans into Lopez, Lopez is hitting him. You'll see him kind of lean into Lopez, and almost just fall into him and down.
Now that's where he's going down.
He was falling, and he just grabbed on and just holding on to whatever he could.
And it's round number 5.
He should have never fouled Lopez and got him aggravated.
Sanchez down for the first time in his career earlier in the fight. And for all intents and purpose, went down in that last round, but not officially ruled a knockdown, but he was in trouble.
I think if the referee sees a guy on one knee taking a knee down, automatically it's an 8 count. He's taking an 8 count.
And then he just staggered to his corner.
Arthur McCain said, "What are you doing?" He wasn't even sure.
Oh, what a left hook by Ricardo Lopez. And Sanchez with a low blow.
Yeah, come on.
That was a little bit low.
No question about that one. Here's that left uppercut followed by a left hook by Lopez, doubling up with the left.
The punches that Ricardo is landing now, the punch is just too big.
There's another big one, an overhand right to the head of Sanchez.
He is taking a pummeling, this kid. Sanchez is taking a pummeling.
How about the sounds coming off the gloves? There, right there.
You know, he's at the beginning of the end here.
Look at his face.
He's holding on right now. He doesn't want to go down again. So he clings to the waist of Ricardo Lopez. That may have saved him from a knockdown.
I'll tell you what, right now this is almost academic. I think the kid's in trouble big time. This fight is almost over.
It looks like a matter of time.
Ricardo Lopez is no nonsense. This is not just boxing. This is making a statement.
Left hook off the combination, and down goes Sanchez again for the second time of the fight.
4, 5, 6,
And he staggers around. He's in tremendous trouble.
And that's it.
It's over. They've stopped it.
That's it.
After the second knockdown, really the third. It is all over, and Ricardo Lopez has unified the WBC and WBO 105-pound championships.
And I hope his country gives him the credit that he deserves. He should be a national hero.
He has made some statement with that knockout.
I don't know what they're waiting for. They're not going to find a representative for their country cleaner, better, more modest, and a better boxer than this guy. I don't think I've ever seen anybody come out of Mexico this good.
A vicious attack. He just took Sanchez apart piece by piece, round by round. And there is Alex Sanchez, who is dethroned, no longer the WBO mini flyweight champion. This was his 7th title defense. He was 7-0 in world title bouts. And now it all belongs to Ricardo Lopez.
Now, let's take a look at the beginning of the end for Sanchez. By this time, he was really softened up. That right hand right there could have put him away. Almost anything could put him away. And look at how he holds on, like for dear life. Now, when you see that kind of stuff, I don't know what the referee can do but separate him and let him go back at it again. And of course, what was waiting for him was the end.
The punches were just too hard for it. He was landing clean with everything he threw. Nene couldn't get out of the way. It was no more defense at the time. It was a matter of trying to survive. And you've got a guy in front of you. The way he's built is almost like 105-pound Bob Foster. Tall, rangy, beautiful power, thin and deceiving. And this guy is just a monster.
And he finishes beautifully. Boxing's longest championship reign rages on. Ricardo Lopez unifying the WBC and WBO 105-pound titles. His 20th consecutive successful defense of the WBC strawweight title, which ties him with former featherweight champ Abe Attell for the most consecutive successful title defenses. Let's go over to Jimmy Lennon Jr. right now for the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 58 seconds of round number 5. Our referee in charge, Arthur Mercanti, stops the contest. He's the winner by way of technical knockout. He is the new unified WBC and WBO 105-pound champion and still undefeated, Ricardo Lopez.
Lopez remains undefeated, 46-0, 35 knockouts, staggering 21-0 in world title bouts. Meanwhile, Alex Sanchez now 25-2, his first loss in a world title fight. And Lopez becomes only the 3rd unified champion of the world today, joining Nassim Hamed and Johnny Tapia.